Yeah, back again Animoji gaming, so I decided to do another one, which is the shortest Animoji Nintendo footage that I currently need to done, which is the Resident Evil 1, which is around 18 minutes of videos. So yeah, since I basically need to go into the regular place for around maybe I don't know 30 minutes remaining, so I still have 15 minutes gap perhaps, I'm not sure. So yeah, since I already record the Resident Evil 0 before, which is definitely longer because I do really like it, because it's just in a more not really scary places, because it's just an abandoned train. So unlike this, which is basically abandoned house, so yeah, that's pretty scary. Even it's already represented in the beginning, even though this game used to be just a PlayStation 1 game, so that's the reason why it's haven't got the third person view yet. Even though the Resident Evil 2 is already had, even though Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 is already had, even though it used to be very bad in terms of the graphical qualities, but yeah, at least the one that basically remastered is already good. I'm not sure whether it is actually had more features or not, because for the Resident Evil 1 and 0 is actually try to keep the original feature or gameplay, so they only try to increase the graphical quality only. So yeah, I just try to increase the brightness, because definitely when you try to play horror games or any kind of games that basically had a lot of dark environment, using HDMI video capture is just really struggle. Yeah, besides you basically cannot use any trainer or shit as well, so that's the reason why this is actually pretty hard, especially when in order to save the game it is also limited, so that's just pretty crazy. So definitely I will be using the easiest difficulty, like taking one. And for the character I obviously tried to use the Jill Valentine. I'm not sure whether is actually try to come back to this mention on the Resident Evil Revelation 1, which later he was captured by Wesker perhaps and got brainwashed using the ones some sort of
Alpha Team is flying around the forest situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their
this is
mission.
basically just the early times of the pandemic in Resident Evil, so that's the
Bizarre
reason why
murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon
is
City.
actually in the mansion.
There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people.
Near the mansion.
Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo Team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict.
Just don't get whether this is actually a real footage,
save for the remaining body of Kevin,
because the graphical quality is pretty good for the cutscene.
We continued our search for the other members,
just a game,
and it turned into
Wesker. It seems
a
to be still a
nightmare.
good guy, even though he definitely already betrayed from this game, I guess. Because yeah, he decided to tell the team to split up in the mansion. So the Chris Redfield one that we actually use. PS5 as well. I don't know who's basically this guy. Maybe it's just the people who basically die. Die because of mutated animals. But for some reason, since he's basically tried to talk so loud, so it's already not recorded properly by the HDMI video capture. Since we were playing as the main characters, obviously the main character will survive. So that's pretty sad. Those just characters just very fast to die.
This way.
So the Wesker seems to be saving his team, not letting his team eaten by the mutated dogs or wolf, not sure. So this is basically pretty short because, yeah, even the cutscene is already almost the halfway of the video. So I just don't want to continue this game.
There are only 3 STARS members left now.
Addicted.
Captain Wesker,
I just
Barry,
don't really
and
like
myself.
to do it over and over.
We don't know
again,
where Chris
and
is.
I basically die.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no! You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
So basically,
Chris?
Chris is missing.
No.
So the one that basically
Jill,
survives.
go and investigate.
Chris.
I'm going
It's
with her.
actually the same character.
Chris and I go back a long way.
All right, you two go.
Basically
I'll
play
secure
on
this
the
area.
Resident Evil Revelation 2.
Stay sharp.
Which already had a daughter that has similar age like Claire Redfield, which is his little sister to Chris. Younger sister, but not have so many age gap, perhaps, I'm not sure.
A dining.
It's definitely this guy's already the oldest one. So yeah, it's just really weird to play. It's just like playing from CCTV. So yeah, since the place is obviously big, unlike the Resident Evil, which is basically pretty narrow space, so that's the reason why I'm still like to play it, even though it's basically playing from CCTV as well. So I'm actually able to save, even though I haven't picked up. I think I already picked up the cartridge right in the desk, even though obviously I didn't have enough cartridge to save because it's old, so you cannot basically save.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
Again.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
So basically, Jill Valentine face is pretty much like a Japanese anime, because yeah, Resident Evil is developed by a Japanese company, Capcom. So yeah, the other character seems to be pretty much American face. Even though, yeah, it's still obviously an American as well, if you talk about the name. But yeah, maybe the models that was used is actually based on Japanese anime. So this is the time where it will find a zombie or a monster. I don't know. It's just so hard to shoot for some reason. Because you just cannot target it properly. But for some reason they try to close up. So it's definitely pretty scary for some reason. Scarier than any other Resident Evil movie. Not Resident Evil, but Resident Evil games, which basically you can already notice it. Unless it was a first person, maybe it's definitely scarier than this if it was first person like the Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8. So for some reason, even though we bring up the guns, but we just cannot shoot. Or we have knife to fight the monster. And am I already got beaten or got attacked by the monster? It's just really weird. So we try to come back into the other team members, maybe trying to tell about what's happened.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it.
I just don't get it.
What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
So Wesker is actually the captain, even though he seems to be still younger than this guy. I just don't get it. Maybe he's basically just rich people who try to other things.
Wesker!
And
Jill,
Wesker
help me look
seems to
for
be
it.
missing.
Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
So leave this hall, but you're basically try to go into the basement. First. This is what we consider the hall.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing.
So it's basically
What's going on
named
around
Barry.
here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh! I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
Thanks.
He's
I may need it.
Listen. Something happens. Let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
Something happens, so I basically died later. I just don't get it why they don't stick together to make it that scary. Mistakenly opened the doors and for some reason. I cannot even watch how out that I'm actually had, so I can only see photos heartbeat. It's only 3 minutes remaining, I think. And it seems to be not infected. Maybe it's already got vaccinated. So I'll try to approach the berry in the dining room and see if it still exists. I just don't get it. Why? Seems to be like an open world games, just like a classic open world games, perhaps. I'm not sure the Resident Evil engine is actually good if it is can make real open world games. Just wonder why they try to keep it the static way to play the games. So I try to find a berry, but it seems to be missing as well. So what the hell is this Canon? It's just eaten by monsters. So if you talk about the animation of the doors like this, basically like an Insidious. It's because there will be red doors as well. So there are a compass. I don't know whether it is basically necessary or not. So I decided to not save the game because I probably will be failed as well. So I just don't get it. Is this game is basically so I thought they previously agreed to going to this first floor first, but then second floor is still possible to be explored. But it seems to be empty. So unlike the Resident Evil 0, which is basically on the train, so the space is definitely limited, so I just immediately know where to go every time. So the green herb seems to be infinite, or no? So there's actually 2 green herb. So yeah, I basically die because this big guy. Then the Jill Valentine has the same fate as Canon or even Joseph that eat by the dogs. Now Jill Valentine eat by the big people, fat people, I don't know. That's pretty sad. And basically in order to continue from the last checkpoint, it's basically need to